Hi guys, I'm Chloe and this is Emily. Welcome to our postnatal exercise video series. Hi guys, welcome to warm-up number 2. I'm Chloe, I'm taking you through today, and this is Emily who will be helping. She'll be doing some demonstrations for us as well. So today we're just going to get started with some neck mobility. Obviously you get quite tight, especially if you're holding baby a lot and carrying baby around as well as breastfeeding. So we're just going to start by bringing that left ear down towards the left shoulder. Then you're going to roll your chin across your chest all the way across until that right ear meets onto that right shoulder. Make sure your shoulders stay nice and relaxed. Then we're going to come across in the other way. Keep this nice and controlled. Great work. So you should be feeling a bit of a stretch through the back of the neck here. Just make sure that it's not too painful. You might feel some clicking. Just going to do 2 more in each direction. Great work.
Is clicking normal, Chloe?
Clicking is normal, so it's nothing to worry about. It's just helping to get some of that movement back through the neck here. Just going to do 1 more towards the left, and then I want you to bring your head back up into that neutral position. From here we're just going to look to each side just to stretch out through those neck muscles. And now we're going to come into some shoulder rolls. So we're going to start with the shoulders down nice and relaxed. Those hands are resting down by your hips. From here you're going to bring your shoulders forward, and then you're going to lift them up towards your ears. Roll the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Then you're going to roll the shoulders down and then back forward again. Just going to keep going through these little circles here. You can go through little tiny small circles, or you can make them really big and exaggerated. This can be good to get some movement back in through the trapezius muscles at the top of your shoulders here, as well as through all those muscles that are through the back of your spine here. Just going to keep going through these ones. Going to do 2 more in this direction before we swap directions. So last one, reaching up and then all the way down. Give your shoulders a little shake here. Then we're going to go opposites this time. So the shoulders will start going backwards first. Then you're going to reach up towards the ears, then bring them forward, then back down. So squeeze back through the shoulder blades, lifting up to the ears, and then forward. I'm going to go through a few more of these here. Great work. This usually feels quite nice through those tight muscles. Just going to do a couple more here. We'll make this our last one. Reaching all the way up and then down. And give your shoulders a little circle out here. Now we're going to come into some pelvic floor muscle exercises. So it tends to be quite hard to do these in standing. So if you'd prefer to come down into a seated position, you can do that as well. But we're just going to stay in standing for now. Making sure your knees are nice and soft so you're not tensing too much through the lower body. You can pop your hand across your tummy as well if you'd like to feel if any of the muscles are working. What we're going to do is go through a couple of pelvic floor contractions. The pelvic floor sits in the bottom of the pelvis. It's just a group of muscles, and that helps to keep you continent, it helps with your sexual function, and it helps to kind of support all those tummy muscles and all of the organs inside your tummy and in your pelvis. So from here what we're going to do is imagine that you're trying to hold in a wee, you're trying to hold in some wind. You're going to squeeze up through the pelvic floor muscles, lifting up through towards your belly button. You're going to hold for 1 second, and then we're going to relax all the way back down. So it's just as important that we do this relaxation phase as it is to do the contraction, because this can help those muscles get ready to do another squeeze. So when you're ready, we're going to lift back up through that pelvic floor, engaging upwards. Keep breathing. Make sure you're not holding your breath. And then you're going to relax through those muscles again. Great work. So we're going to go through a couple more of these here. So when you're ready, lifting back up, holding for 1 second. And then you're going to relax back down. We've got one last one coming up. When you're ready, squeezing up, lifting. And then when you're ready, relaxing back down. So these pelvic floor muscle contractions can be really good as well to help you make sure that you don't have any leakage or experience any of those symptoms during our exercise class. You can do them before you do your squats, as well as before you do any kind of bouncing movements or your side steps. as well as when you're at home, when you're lifting up your baby or lifting anything heavy or bending over or anything like that. So after our pelvic floor exercises, now we're going to get stuck into some of our more cardio work. So what we're going to do, we're going to start with our feet together. We're going to go into some side steps to start with. Hands can come down onto your hips. I'm going to start and go in the same direction as you, Emily. So we're going to step to our right and then to our left. So the other foot just taps in. If this is too far or if you've got an unhappy pelvic floor, just make these tiny little steps and make sure your knees aren't bending too much here. If your pelvic floor is feeling fine today and you've got no pain through your pelvic girdle, you can start to make these a little bigger. Great work. So once you've got the hang of this, we're going to bring our arms out nice and long to the side. We're going to start drawing some little circles. Good work. So we're going to stay here for another 20 seconds. Now, if this is too fast for you, you can always slow it down. Just go at your own pace. Great work. In 5 seconds, we're going to change direction of those arms in 3, 2, and 1. Swapping directions. Good work. Now we're here for another 10 seconds. Keep those arms nice and long. Make sure the shoulders are rolled and down away from your ears. You've got 5, 4. Those hands come to your hips in 3, 2, and 1. Hands come to your hips. Now we're going to keep going through our side steps here. We're going to change this into a crossbody punch. So when you're ready, you're going to punch with one arm when the toe taps and then swap arms the next time. Great work. Now if your side of your bottom is getting a little bit sore, these are the muscles that are working. So you can start to make a smaller little step there if it's feeling too much of a burn, or you can keep going because activating those muscles is going to help you with lots of things around the house, making sure that you can do your squats and getting up and down from chairs and things. So strengthening those muscles is really important. If your arms are sore, you can bring them to your hips like me. Otherwise, you can keep going with those punches. Great work. So we're going to keep going here for another 5. Good work. In 3 seconds, we're going to turn this into some bicep curls and some butt kicks. Good work. All right, so we're changing now. So we're going to step and kick that foot back behind us. Great work. So rather than tapping that foot in, you're just kicking it up behind you this time. This is going to keep working those side muscles on your bottom, as well as through the fronts and the backs of your legs. From here, we're going to add in some arm work. So as you kick that foot back towards your bottom, you can start doing a bicep curl. Great work, Emily. Now, if your bottom is getting sore here, you can just do this on the spot. This is going to target a slightly different muscle. Otherwise, you can keep going with those slightly wider steps. Good work. So we're here for another 5 seconds. In 3, we're just going to have a little rest in 2. And 1. So you're going to stand on the spot here. Walk out through those legs. So we're going to turn this into some high knees now. So you can stay on the spot here. We're just going to engage through the tummy, make sure the tummy's nice and turned on here. Then you're going to lift up through the knee until your knee is up in line with your hips. This is a bit of a balance exercise. So we're just going to do this one nice and slowly. So we'll go the left side now. Great work. And then lowering it down. Now, if this puts any stress across your pelvis, if you're feeling any pain, just don't go quite as far. Alternatively, you can just tap your toe out in front. If you'd like to make this a little bit harder, you can start to do an overhand reach with the opposite hand. And you can also start to pick up the pace whenever you're ready. Good work. So we're here for another 15 seconds. Keep punching nice and strong, reaching up towards the sky. Great work, Emily. Trying to keep your balance through your feet here. You've got another 3, so we'll go 1 on the left, one on the right, and then we're going to come back down to standing. I'm going to turn to face you now. We're going to work through our box steps next. So we're going to lead with the right foot first, then step with the left, then step back with the right, step back with the left. So we're just stepping forward and backwards. Now if you'd like to make this a little harder, you can make this more of a squat kind of position. Just make sure that you've got a nice strong pelvic floor here and that you're not feeling any of your pelvic floor or pelvic girdle pain symptoms. We're just going to do another 5 with the right foot before we change to our left foot leading. So we've got 3 more. So you should be starting to feel a bit of a burn through the quads as well as through the bottom. Got 1 more. Then we're going to come back to stand. Good work. So we're going to go through the left leg first now. So left leg steps forward, then right, left back, then right back. Good work. So from here you can come back down into your little squat position. Make sure that your knees stay opening nice and wide. Good work. You want your tummy to stay nice and switched on here and keep your ribs tucked in. Good work, Emily. We'll do 5 more. So we're going to step forward with the left, back with the left. Now if you've got any pain, make these nice narrow steps as well. Got 2 more. Great work. And last one, coming up to stand. Give yourselves a little roll out. Now we've got a couple more to go here, so we're just going to go through our running man exercise now. So if you're going to face on the sideways, we're going to start with our left leg nice and bent. Going to come down into a little squat position, hands stay on the hips. That right toe points back behind you. Then you're going to bring that right knee up towards your chest. This is quite hard. We're only going to do 10 on each side. Make sure that front knee is opening up nice and wide. Great work, Emily. With your opposite knee, trying to bring it up towards the sky, then kicking the leg straight back behind you. Great work. Those hips should stay nice and stable the whole time. The front leg doesn't move. You want it to stay in that same nice bent position the whole time. Got 2 more. And then we're swapping legs. Good work. So come up to stand. We'll swap legs this time. So your opposite leg will go back behind you. Great work. So coming back onto your tippy toe, then bringing that all the way forward. That knee comes up towards the chest. Make sure your tummy is switched on here and you're squeezing through those glutes. Yeah, it could be quite easy to lose your balance. Great work. Now the option is also there to start adding in some running arms. This can help you to pick up the pace and it can help you to control that movement a little more. Great work, Emily. We'll do 2 more. And last one, great work. Coming up to stand. We're going to face back towards you guys now. We're going to come into our squats. So hands come in front. Make sure you've got a nice narrow stance if you've got any pain at all through the pelvis. Otherwise, you can have your feet a little wider. We're just going to start nice and shallow, sitting down like we're into a chair, then coming back up to stand. Good work. If you've got no pain at all here, you can start going a little bit deeper. Make sure those knees open up nice and wide rather than collapsing inwards. Great work. Keep squeezing through those glutes every time you stand. Great. We're just working through our squats here. No funny bits. Make sure you're reaching down for the ground with those hands as you stand. We're going to do another 5. 4, great work, Emily. Stay nice and tall. Squeeze through the quads. Got 2. And last one. Great work, Emily. Well done. That is the end of warm up 2. We're going to work through some of the other exercise videos now, so we'll see you there.